Ladies and gentlemen, the topics of the night. I like how you're close to the camera. That was funny. The topics of the night is apparently She-Hulk breaks the fourth wall and might admit the fact that the show isn't very good. Bounding into Comics talks about the fact that the new Snow White needs to have a modern edge to it. House of the Dragons continues to be the best thing on streaming. And Joe Biden eats ice cream and creeps out the kids. Welcome. This is the Phoenix Legions podcast. Welcome, everybody. We are 23 hours late, and due to a stupid Windows update, fuckers. You're not supposed to swear in the first 20 minutes. Yeah, whatever. Neither one of us makes money, stupid. Well, according to the fact, there's actually a thing where if you swear in the first harsh language within the first 20 minutes, you will get your stream demonetized, which neither one of us has that issue on our channels because these channels aren't monetized yet. But there is a goal to that. So there is a goal in mind. What was that?
I said, "Oh, my back."
I think there's a rule against that too. Oh goodness. Yeah, so we're a day late and $1 short. Yeah, I had some Windows 11 updates to do. I had another one today. I was in the middle of recording, so there was some pretty decent Twitter news regarding a streamer on Twitch. And you don't have to like her, she's a part of that Just Chatting crew. She makes a lot of money. I hear lag. Yeah, it's got to be me. Yeah, that's got to be me. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's. I love it when Windows doesn't update because then I get problems.
Mm-hmm.
So.
You're supposed to fix those problems.
No. Half the time they make it worse. And I've even had a little bit of screen hitching, which my camera seems to be okay. Anyway, welcome. And we're doing good. Hopefully Nadine's doing good. She did a stream last night. I'm really glad she did. I saw that. I left a like on it and I viewed it. I didn't get a chance to catch it during the fact because my stuff was still screwed up. It took like 2 hours.
Yeah, it does.
I was really like, what do you do? Oh, and I even actually had to restart it once because the update was so large, it didn't recognize that it was done downloading. And I'm like, it says restart now. And so I kept clicking it and it wouldn't do it. So then I hit the restart button and then it brought it back up. And then it was like, oh, and I was like, anyway, got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. We're going to dive right into the wonderful, the lovely She-Hulk. Sometimes I wish I was dead when I talk about this show. She-Hulk breaks the fourth wall. We got Daniel here. He's Daniel saying, hey Daniel, we got the Rogue Attraction. Hey buddy, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. So She-Hulk breaks the fourth wall in probably the most ridiculous way possible.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going. Oh, hold on, I need to pull up the stream before I don't want to get in trouble. So anyway, she breaks through the Disney Plus. She breaks through the Disney Plus menu. She's like, oh, let's see here. Wow. Yeah, that's fun. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up just to make sure. I don't care about my channel. Let's just make sure yours. Gotta monitor it. I had a disagreement the other night with with HBO and House of the Dragon. Oh,
Uh-oh.
that's audio. Sorry. Okay, we're good. So yeah, she breaks through the fourth wall and she's like, "Oh look," she's like, we need to go and figure out how to." So she goes to literally like inside Marvel or something like that. Says Me Too Ranger Wise. Bless says, "I would rather shave my with the rusty razor than
Another season? You actually watched it? Oh no.
Well, supposedly we're getting one. Oh, she's going to Marvel Assembled.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So now she's jumped through the magical portal. She's in the real world. This is not a joke. Yep, she's on the set of She-Hulk.
Oh.
And they're in the writer's room. They're like, "Guys, what do we get if the entirety of the second season, blah blah blah." Oh, so this is she's the director. It's the chunky girl. Well, she is the chunky girl. I've never even watched, been seeing and hearing everything about. It's just awful. You're not wrong. Trust me, don't bother watching. Yeah, you don't want none. It's kind of like that date that you want to take home at the end of the night, and then you wake up the next morning. You're like, "Oh no, what did I do?"
You can't take it back.
Yeah, can't say, but everybody's got a random. Oh, like, oh,
random.
Yeah. So basically, the dude is like, "Oh, well, maybe we can make season 2 an extended dream scene." It's like, okay, whatever. I love that that's the one. And of course, she walks into the writer's room. Writer Jessica. Oh, is she Jessica Gao?
I don't know.
She's the director / a writer. Is that Jessica Gao? I'm gonna assume it is. So basically, isn't she supposed to have an inhibitor? Yeah, so like, "Is everything okay?" And she's like, "Blah blah blah." She's like, "The show sucks. Why does dude steal my blood to get powers?" This is like the weirdo guy who like took her on the date. It's so bad.
Oh.
It's so bad. So anyway, they're like, "There are certain things that are supposed to happen in a superhero story." They're like, "Exactly." And then she's like, "Why don't we do things our own way?" And look, that's just the way it goes. Okay. They're like, well, we can't do anything about it. You have to go talk to Kevin, right? Talk to Kevin. So they're talking about Kevin Feige, but it's not actually Kevin Feige. It's like a computer program. This is so stupid.
Oh.
I'm here to see Kevin. It's urgent. Obviously, I'm assuming this is the real Marvel Studios. Like, well, not this, but like, the background stuff like that. Yeah, they got like real suits on stand up. Sign the waiver. She has to beat up security because they're like, we're not gonna let you. Yeah, she's beating up security. Oh, she actually beat up a woman before this, so at least they were inclusive. They beat up a little female. You'll see her laying on the ground. God, it's so,
oh my God.
So terrible. And of course, we got Kevin, and he's like, "Hello, Jennifer."
Beep, boop, boop.
Yeah, that's Kevin. Apparently, it's an AI. So you're the one making all the decisions here, and she's like, "Oh, okay." So she has to
So it's like the ship in Wall-E where it takes over.
Yeah. We're still good. Okay. I will answer your questions, but you must transform back to Jennifer. Okay, why? You are very expensive, they said. They said
what?
They said this CGI for her is expensive.
Oh my God.
You are very expensive. Oh, sure. But wait until the camera is off you. These are all things. These are literally all things that everybody has been criticizing the whole entire season, and even beforehand. Like, but when the original trailer came out, I think this was reshot and introduced.
That's so like that doesn't make none of that makes any sense.
No, because okay, so She-Hulk is supposed to be able to break the fourth wall, right? It's a part of her charm in the comics. But the thing is, though, is that in the comics, she's actually charming. She's actually a confident, not this narcissist. Insecure to the point of narcissism to be the center of attention to try to make herself feel better. She's not that.
Yeah.
To where it's the complete opposite here. But yeah, but anyway, like this is one of the things, like the CGI is not good, you know, like how much did they spend on this? But of course, you know, they're like, but wait until the camera's off of you. That's another thing, is that she rarely transforms on camera. It's always like they pan away and then she's like Jennifer again. Yeah, the visual effects team has moved on to another project.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is the thing. Okay. We're still good. All right, we're still up. I will give them this. Why does it look like it's frozen? Is that my phone?
I don't know.
Oh no, maybe it was
frozen here. It's just us on here. Like we don't have the.
Oh, you suck, Ryan. That's me. I suck.
I thought you were looking at it. I thought you took it away.
No, I did for a second. Yeah, it's me. I suck.
Used to this shit again, people.
Okay, so she transforms down.
Ta-da!
Now, Tatiana Maslany, she's not a 10 out of 10, but she is still an attractive woman. If you saw her in a bar, you'd probably say, hey, what's up? At least they finally gave her something that is form-fitting, right? The whole entire season, they have frumped her up in like baggy shirts, like sweatpants. Like, what are you doing? She's looked like a dude. It's terrible. It's like, yes, I make the decisions. He's like, some are better than others, but I leave that to debate up to the internet.
Oh my god.
Do you see what they're doing? They're poking. This version of She-Hulk sleeps around. They ruined Daredevil. She does sleep around, which She-Hulk has been in relationships. Don't get me wrong. It's not like this. She doesn't, she doesn't have relationships, but she wouldn't be hopping around. How many people she sleep in 8 episodes? 3? So 3 out of 8 episodes? They ruined Daredevil. They turned Titania into a loser. They turned the Abomination into a wuss, and they generally trash the entire character's background. Yeah, pretty much. And this is the only part I want to acknowledge, because other than that, the rest of the show's crap. Well, Kevin, I'm not happy with what's happening in my story. Like, oh no. Well, regardless of creative ownership, can we agree that this is a legal comedy? Comedy's a stretch there, ladies and gentlemen.
A legal comedy.
It's a super.
It's a little bit of an oxymoron.
Yeah. And of course, if that's what you prefer to call it. Yeah, he sounds like that. Hold on.
What you prefer to call it.
If that's what you prefer to call it. I'm gonna start talking the rest of the episode like this.
My robot voice. I am a robot now.
Well, he's like, oh, haha, I see what you did there. And so we're going to skip forward. And then she says the Marvel Cinematic Universe is known for its big spectacles and high stakes plot line. High stakes? When? Infinity War? Endgame? When the first time people, like legitimate superheroes, got killed? Oh, I'm sorry. I love the MCU, but the MCU is not known for its high stakes. Infinity War was the highest stake ever, because guess what? The bad guy won and fucked everything up. She's bad looking, but I think a lot of it is how they absolutely. A lot of it's how they dress her, because that's form fitting. She has a good form. She's very very masculine looking how they dress her. Yep. And she doesn't act feminine at all. Nope. Sorry, she's not bad. She's not bad looking. Okay, that's what he meant. We're on the same page, dude. For high stakes plot lines. But it's often said that the Marvel movies all end the same way. Well, that is a criticism. He's like, wait, who's saying that? I'm just going to give it a second. I want to, Disney is not as bad, I don't think, as HBO. HBO at the end of on Friday night. Wow. I was getting so irritated that, like I literally pulled the video so I could actually edit out the times when they chopped the stream out. So, and I haven't had a chance to do it yet because it's literally like 4.5 hours long. I was so pissed off. Yeah, I got to edit all that out because they kept clipping us. Perhaps this is a result of the following unwritten rule. Oh, she's talking. Sorry. You have to throw a bunch of plot and flash and hurry up, woman. And a whole blood thing that seems super. Yes. Okay. So she's talking about the fact that like the bad guy, he gets like her blood. Those are my stakes, Kevin. She's talking about the fact that it's her show. She needs to so like that's the guy, like, you know, that the creepy dude on the date. She's like, oh, and Bruce swooping down from little outer space to save the day in my story. So at the same time, they're acknowledging that maybe this isn't the best and that maybe some of the online criticism has been correct. But then they're like, well, I mean, Bruce saves the day. What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
Yeah. But Bruce is supposed to return to explain what he has been doing and why he has been gone, correct? She bypasses that. She's like, after all that, I just want to hold Abomination accountable because he's done things that he shouldn't. And and then she's like, instead of being night, it should be day. Oh, she's like, oh, would not mind seeing Daredevil again. A woman has needs.
Oh.
If that doesn't make you go, are you shitting me with this crap? Like, are you shitting me with this crap? She has needs though. Like, is that what Daredevil is? He's just a booty call?
Yes.
It's not like he's another, like, Matt Murdock's not like actually a good guy. Why does she look thirsty when she says that?
I know she did. She's like, not even thirsty. She's like feral.
Oh, I do like the fact that he's like, oh, wow, I've got you here. And she's like, oh, well, I've got you here, and he's like, oh, wait, you are sitting. So yeah, she goes through more gripes. And what's with all the daddy issues? Like, look, if you actually look at her right here, I'll let it play.
This is like so boring. I would be like,
yeah,
pissed if I liked this show.
Nobody likes this show. Nobody likes this.
Daddy, same issues.
Oh boy.
Star-Lord, 2 daddies, 2 issues.
Jen, please stop.
Oh, and when are we getting the X-Men?
I cannot tell you that.
Okay.
All right, back to muting it because we don't need the sound. Blesses the Daredevil walk of shame was horrible in the sense that I know. He didn't need to walk home barefoot. Yeah, they did that because, you know, women have to do the walk of shame with their heels. Like, the walk of shame necessarily isn't a thing really anymore either. I have to be honest. Look,
right.
Let's be realistic. Most women, they don't go to a guy's apartment to hook up. They just don't. Most women feel comfortable having intimacy in their own setting. If anything, it's the guy who would leave the next day. That's just culturally the way it is. Most women don't want to go to a random guy's apartment where he might have 2 roommates who, quite frankly, they might be in a death cult. Yeah. Guys are more aggressive than ladies. I'm not saying it doesn't happen the other way around, but come on. Dance's Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is pretty great. I thought Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was not too shabby. I thought 1 was chef's kiss. She's like, okay, back to She-Hulk. I have thoughts about the seasons 2 direction. And he's like, you will not be able to access that error on our platform. He's talking about the fact she broke in, by the way. So basically this conversation's over. Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, I want to listen to this because she says something really stupid.
You obliterated the thrilling ending Kevin formulated.
Well, yeah, that's what Hulks do. We smash things. Bruce smashes buildings, I smash fourth walls and bad endings. And sometimes Matt Murdock.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be about the end of that.
It's just, I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense.
It makes my soul hurt.
I don't know.
It does. It makes my Makes me want to. I don't even want to do a final review video for it. Oh, I haven't even watched Rings of Power yet because I knew it was going to happen in the end, and everything that I knew that was going to happen did happen, and it makes me literally want to take a cheese grater to my face because I do not want to watch an hour and 20-minute episode of Rings of Power just to see the fact that Sauron becomes Sauron because Galadriel didn't want to hump him.
Oh.
He got rejected. So he's mad.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically the end of it. He wanted to be with her. She I don't talk about it. Daniel says, ironically, she says that in the bad end, her saying it doesn't make it. Yeah, I know. Like the other ending was like even worse. Oh, and then of course at the end of it, Bruce shows up with his son from Sakaar. His name is Scare, yeah. And he has a horrible like bald thing right here, and then this stupid ponytail pulled back. It's really crap looking. So yeah, it's lovely. Let's get to our lovely president of the United States who just loves the ice cream.
What is this about?
He
ice cream and pudding.
Yeah, he loves the ice cream. So basically, fuel and oil is up 58%. Airline fares are up 42.9%. Eggs are up 30%. Gas is up 18%. Electricity up 15%. Milk up 15%. Groceries up 13%. Baby food up 11%. Meat, poultry, and fish up 7%. Inflation is up 8.55%. The economy is strong as hell. Joe Biden. Yeah.
Our economy is strong as hell. The internal. Inflation is worldwide. Worse off everywhere else in the United States. Our economy is strong as hell.
He's got his ice cream though.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Did somebody just pop up on him in there and ask him a question, or?
Oh no, this was a planned interview.
Because like, I was gonna say, because you can't just pop up on the president somewhere and like put a
No,
camera.
no, it was planned, and then this
interview at the ice cream shop.
Mm-hmm. He does like that chunky monkey. He also likes his he also likes to, you know, identify with the youth the way he does his ice cream, the palm of his hand. Which this actually surfaced before the ice cream clip.
Look at them.
Now, the very important thing I told my daughter and granddaughters, no serious guys in your 30s.
Okay.
No,
And what?
no serious guys in your 30s. I told my daughter and
The daughter that he took showers with, that one. Look at her.
And then I love how he puts it. No serious guys.
Yeah.
Until you're 30. What? So be a whore until you're 30. That's good. That's a good way to be, little kid.
Yeah. Apparently, I think she's actually like college age or something like that. She just like entered college. It looks like my camera froze. Did it freeze? Maybe for
I looked away for a second.
It might have froze for a second. That's okay. At least the stream's still up. That's all that matters. Hey, little girl.
Why are you offering advice like that to a child that you do not know?
I don't know. Who lets this man near their children?
Yeah.
Oh. The president would like to take a photo with you and your kids. I'd be like, no. Oh, well, is there something wrong? Yes. He's a child predator.
College age then. Now
it doesn't matter if
that was when he was vice president.
No, this is still when he's president. This is a couple days ago. But apparently she's like 17, 18, she's graduated high school, but she's going into college. She's still not in a good area for him to be touching people.
That girl looks younger than 17.
I mean, it's possible. I've heard of the rumor that she's getting ready to be college age, or she's getting ready to go into college.
Like 14, but
I wonder if people who voted for him feel stupid yet. Well, you don't. You only hear the hardcore fans of his on Twitter. It's because Twitter's a cesspool of stupidity.
I also know people like that never admit that they were wrong.
No, people can't admit they're wrong. You know, if I were to say something horrendously stupid, you know, I've had to apologize on Twitter, be like, hey, you know what? I was wrong. You know, I got into a disagreement with somebody who's kind of a mutual, and I was like, my bad, I misread the tea leaves on that one, you know, my fault. And they're like, no, I appreciate you apologizing. It's like, hey, it's all good. I was just trying to joke around, clown a little bit. It's like, yeah, you know, people misread.
People don't apologize, and it's like, what? Why not? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, it's not showing that. It's showing you're a strong person if you actually like apologize.
Yeah. All right. Who's ready to talk about? What are you doing? Go away. Oh, it's not share. Why is it not share? Uh-oh. We're in trouble. I hit the wrong button.
I don't know why I'm yawning. What the F?
It's Sunday. Gotta go back to work.
Britney Spears on Twitter recently too.
She on Twitter? I thought she was only on Instagram.
No. Oh no. She's been on Twitter for a long time. Actually, before I even got like a lot of followers, I only had like 50 followers. Like when I
What's
started
she doing?
a little over 2 years ago. Well, I had my account since like 2013, but I only started using it 2 years ago. And she follows me. I don't know why, but I think it was just like a thing following people.
Mm-hmm.
And she posts on there every once in a while, so I get the updates. And I don't know, she's talking about how she's going to a premiere for some movie that's called The Legislative Act of My Pussy.
What?
What is that movie?
Oh no. Yeah, she's
She's also been holding her cousin's newborn baby all day, and she said she thought her hair looked good today.
Okay. Brittany. Let me just take a look. Okay, there's nothing that seems to be inappropriate in this.
It's saying 2 minutes ago, but she actually posted the same thing just a little while ago too.
She said, I have a premiere for a movie this week. Yes. The legislative act of my pussy. Thought I had good hair today. PSSS, I've been holding my cousin's newborn baby all day with this baby holder on, and I'm literally in a dream.
Those two things aren't mutually like together. Yeah, like, and she literally, like I said, she shared that earlier, and it must have deleted it, and now just shared the same exact thing again.
Yeah, somebody says if you post this one more time, mother, how many times are you gonna report this?
Like, she's not reposting; she's just deleting it and then posting it again.
Okay.
What's going on?
Bless says the president would like to sniff your. Take a photo. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
All right. So back to just the Snow White information real quick, because House of the Dragon is probably gonna take more precedent. Obviously, the new House of the Dragon comes out tonight. Everybody on Twitter is going nuts. I have not seen anybody who says that they hate it. I've seen people who said, hey, I'm kind of burnt out from Game of Thrones season 8 because of the way it ended. It sucked. It kind of jaded me. And I've seen people say, I'm going to wait till the season's over. And if I hear good things how it ends, then I'll binge watch it, which is fine. It's absolutely understandable. Poor Brittany. She means well.
She does. I think she does.
I think she's a little crazy still.
I think she does. We've talked about that. So
Rachel Zegler says she's bringing a modern edge to Disney's live-action Snow White. She's not going to be saved by the prince or dreaming about true love.
Wow.
Well, super.
What's she gonna? Who the hell frig is gonna wake her up?
Oh no. Okay.
Why is she there with? Is that Cloud?
Kingdom Hearts birth by yeah. Zegler provided insight into the House of Mouse's updated vision to their inaugural Disney princess during an onstage appearance at the recent D23 Expo, taking the stage in promotion of the studio's latest attempt to lazily cash in on audiences. Yes, it is lazily. Thank you. Nostalgia. The actress informed attendees that she and the film's production team had given a modern edge to the enduring fairy tale. Damn, so it's not Snow White tonight. Yeah. I will be sailing the high seas to give my review. Because that's the only way that I do it. Oh, is there a video to maybe cut down on the time? What?
Crying.
Here we go. Oh, look at that. Thank you, YouTube. Yeah, here we go.
On that stage.
When am I not crying in public? It's so upsetting.
Oh, and I'm sorry. I do have questions, by the way, because she's supposed to be she's supposed to be her evil stepmother. In what world is Gal Gadot supposed to be the more unattractive stepmother?
Yeah.
Compared to this girl. I'm not saying she's not a pretty girl. That's not what I'm saying. This is Gal Gadot. The blue hell are you talking about?
It's also that the whole, well, I think it ties into the whole villains thing, because they like glamorize the villains.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
and then if you think about it this way, if she does good in that role, then they can bounce off of this and then have just
kind of
a
like
movie about the evil queen.
Yeah, kind of do like a Maleficent.
Yeah.
Which I got to be honest, both Maleficent movies were good.
I know it's
very kind of like, oh, well, I get it, but they were good. And
I like both of them.
I have a feeling that any spin-off movie where they would do like a Maleficent with Gal Gadot would make drastically more money than this. I'm not trying to hate, but it's true.
Why were you crying?
Oh my gosh, I saw the well, we didn't even see. We didn't even see, but I saw the logo and I went, that's my name. Snow White's up there. And I cried my eyes out.
What was it like seeing yourself for the first time in full?
Oh, I don't like this guy, by the way. He sucks because he's the one who interviewed Brie Larson. He's like, would you be, he's like going, would you like to play Captain Marvel again? And then Brie Larson, of course, had a mental breakdown. She's like, I don't know. Does anybody want me to play it again? And he's like, oh, you're just being modest. And it's like, no, we hate her. The Maleficent movies were good in the sense that they were just, they were just fun. They really were. They really were just fun. So, yeah.
Snow White drag.
I love that description. It's perfect. Oh my God. Well, when you get to wear Sandy Powell, first of all, insane. And then you get to be lit by Mandy Walker and Nadia Stacey design. I was so happy about it. And it was the most incredible experience. And the fan reaction was insane. We didn't even see what they were clapping for. I think it was good. I don't know.
Sizzle. We didn't see anything. Yeah. We're still waiting.
You see yourself as the evil queen. You are not evil. You are not evil. You're a queen, but you're not evil. What was it like seeing yourself as the evil queen for the first time?
We did not see the clip, so I still haven't seen anything. But when I was in makeup, just like she said, we got to work with such an amazing crew, and it was all real prosthetics and all of that. And far from what I know of it.
You said you were bringing a modern edge to it on stage. What do you mean by that?
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about.
Gal, did you not learn anything from when you did Imagine during COVID? Like, Gal, stop. Yeah, there you go. I hope Gal sings Imagine in it again. Gal, stop. Don't.
True love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true. And so it's just a really incredible story for, I think, young people everywhere to see themselves in.
Snow White is running for president.
I'm launching my campaign. I am.
Oh, so terrible.
I don't understand.
Nobody understands. This kind of shit makes you literally lose the will to watch anything.
Yeah.
Yay. I'm assuming you saw the last House of the Dragon, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're just gonna briefly go through this last episode, and I'm gonna do it in the sense that gonna do it kind of like we did, except for probably what I would in me personally I interpret as the most important part of the episode, and I'm going to explain why. Some people have agreed with me. Some people are kind of worried that they might be deviating away from the book. Well, the book is actually told in a very unreliable sources. It's
Yeah, you
actually
said it was like a couple different people.
yeah, it's told from 3 different perspectives. And
Mhm.
so it's there is no definitive way that this actually happened. Um Movies make me want to die. Red letter media. Yeah, or at least put your head through a wall for 5 seconds. So basically, what happens is that Lord Corlys Valerian. Hold on. Oh, it's got it. There you go. He has been missing for about 6 years. So his wife,
Yeah, I was confused on that because I was like,
he
wait,
goes
we
to
just
battle
jumped
in
to
the
this episode and he
stepstones.
just like I didn't even see any of it.
No,
Maybe
they
we
don't show it because they jump 6 years. So
Yeah,
that's why you see
I keep getting confused. I'm like, did I miss something? What's going
no,
on?
no, and we shouldn't have giant time jumps like this as much anymore because the actors that are
No.
there, for the most part, we're probably gonna have one last big time jump. If I understand it correctly.
That's
So
what I was
basically,
saying before. Like it just seems like they're rushing it.
well, there's gonna be at least 4 seasons. So they're George R.R. Martin, who obviously is a part of the show, he's gauging that there's going to be probably at least 4 seasons to tell the story properly. I think they could probably even push it to a 5th season if they really wanted to detail everything out and not do the time jumps as much. But I would almost guarantee we're going to get 4 seasons. So basically, Lord Corlys has to go back to the Stepstones because the Stepstones are a continuous issue. That's where the crab, they're a continuous issue. So basically, he's been missing. Obviously, Vayman has been wants to take over. We jump forward and we see that Damon is actually has just collected dragon eggs from Rhaenyra's dragon, Syrinx.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even depending on how you want to say it, Cyrax, or I would say Syrinx because it's Syrex. So it's not, they don't have that, but anyway. So he had to sneak in through the back, obviously, because dragons are extremely territorial, only and loyal to their riders. So Damon cannot just walk into the mouth of the cave and collect these eggs from Rhaenyra's dragon. But they did get 3 dragons, which obviously these are the dragon. They basically handle the dragons. They're their own class of people. So anyway, moving forward, you have Rhaenyra and Daemon, who they are being painted as in this episode as the better parents. Obviously, you see them. The kids. You have Luke and Jace and Joffrey. They're all being attended to while Rhaenyra is basically watching them learn High Valyrian. So anyway, in this episode, you see 2 stark contrasts. Alicent, who is a good person. She's not a terrible. Now, nobody's phenomenal. It's not like nobody's like beautiful and sparkly. Everybody's kind of got a shitty side to them, right? Rhaenyra was as a child, she was very arrogant. She was very, I want. You can kind of see that she's in this episode, she mellows out a lot. And so does Daemon too. Going their marriage, actually, because they actually mellows, they balance each other out. Even though, yeah, I guess it's a little weird because he's her uncle and that's his niece, but different times. It is what it is.
They seem to have a very, very similar goal, and
yes,
they want things for their family, and it's similar. That's what you want when you are married. You want to be on the same level.
Aziz, hello from Holland. What's up, man? Thanks for joining us. I have never been to Holland, but I've gotten close. Germany, been to been to Germany, Belgium, France. I was stationed over there for a long time. So no, welcome to the chat. We are talking about House of the Dragon before the new episode drops tonight. We usually stream on Saturday nights, but we got delayed due to a Windows update. So basically what's going on is that Rhaenyra she's being a mother. And of course you have we have Daemon walks in and basically they get a raven saying that Vaemon is challenging Luke's claim to the throne. And in turn Jace and her own claim and stuff like that. So you can see that what they're talking about is that I want to let this slightly play is that and where I say that they have respectable kids is because they do. You can see that they're studying hard, they're doing family stuff. Even Daemon right here. Oh shit. She's pregnant with their third child. They have a third child. Daemon and Rhaenyra have 3 children. And he's even loving and attentive to Rhaenyra, which is something that you don't necessarily see from Daemon, right? So they show up to King's Landing. They are not greeted. Nope. Because Otto Hightower has deemed it so. Because obviously Otto from day one, from episode 1, has been planning once the death of King Viserys's wife, Aemma, has been planning to put his daughter in the position to be queen. Yep. So and so there's a lot of discussion about this.
And subsequently, her children.
Yes. Yep. So that Rhaenyra cannot become queen because Alicent had boys. Now both of those boys are. Oh yeah. Oh no. I love this series. The bad taste from season 8, the bad taste in your mouth from season 8 is so gone. I think that House of the Dragon is better than I think this last episode was better than every episode of Game of Thrones. It didn't have that whole encompassed, not just like shock and awe, not just like the emotion to it, the heart to it. It had everything in my opinion, even though IGN gave it a 9. Oh, they gave an episode of She-Hulk and Rings of Power a 10. Oh no, not She-Hulk. I'm sorry. It was Andor. Look, Andor's not bad. It's a little boring, but Rings of Power, really? A 10?
They were paid.
They were paid. So anyway, moving forward. As you can see in this clip, Alicent, she's surprised to know that Rhaenyra and Daemon are coming, and she had no idea. Her father did that on purpose because technically her father is still very much in control of things. So now we find out one of the reasons that Alicent's children are disgusting scumbags. And I'm going to watch it very closely here. I'll pause it right there just in case the stream doesn't go down. So basically what we discover is that Aegon has sexually assaulted one of the lovely young ladies tending to him. And so of course we see where Rhaenyra and Daemon see father and brother for the first time, realizing that he is extremely sick. Viserys is very
man has been falling apart since episode 1.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, I'm surprised he even lived this long.
Yeah,
I thought he was gonna rot away like a while ago.
Well, Viserys, even though he's made a lot of mistakes, he is actually probably the only person in this whole entire show who actually has a solid moral compass. Yeah. He genuinely wants everyone just to get along, to love his family, to have everybody be happy, but that's not the way it is, and that's not the way it's ever going to be.
No.
So obviously Viserys is he makes the statement, it has been so long, because yes, it has been 6 years since Rhaenyra and Daemon have seen her father. First off, because one reason, obviously Viserys was not very keen long time ago to them being married. Viserys talking about, we won that war years ago in the Stepstones. Here we go. Oh, I might need to skip ahead just a smidgen. And so Rhaenyra introduces her father to the children.
Mm-hmm.
Their children. Which you can see that Viserys is actually very happy about. We'll stop it just for a second before we introduce the second one. Because they get real... HBO gets real grumpy with the bots.
Yeah.
Like they've been the worst that I've seen so far. We've reviewed a lot of stuff. So that's Aegon. And this is Viserys the second.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to kind of attach it to Game of Thrones, Daenerys Targaryen, her brother, he was Viserys the third.
Oh, okay.
So apparently, the Viserys line is it only goes so far when it comes to kindness. Viserys the third was extremely cruel. Tried to obviously auction off his sister to get the throne back. And that's why in this show, you can see a nod to King Viserys wearing the mask is actually a nod to Viserys the third getting the gold crown dumped on his head. The hot, yeah. So anyway, here's the lovely young lady. She got graped.
Ooh, this part I was like, Allison. I wanted to slap Allison right in the face.
Yeah, they did confirm Allison didn't poison her. She gave her the moon tea to make sure that there were no
that's what I figured it was.
Yeah, illegitimate children. Some people speculated, but no, Allison was very forward and she was very. But
she
also at this,
she led her.
Oh! I hit it quickly. We saw butt. We saw
phone ring, and then I hear
it stopped right on his butt.
But she was like all nice to her, and she's like, "Oh, I am so sorry," and whatever. And then she's like, "But maybe you did want him to do it to you."
Yeah,
and she's like 12.
Yeah, the stream is still up. We're good. The butt didn't get us. That damn man butt.
Oh
Basically, he's still drunk. She didn't need to go and get upset about it. Like going, yeah, dude, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah,
You're
she's
just a piece of shit.
Upset about you rapping her, right? Like, okay.
Yeah. So basically, she says to her son, she's like, "You are no son of mine." Yeah, he doesn't want to be king, and quite frankly, he would make an absolutely shit king.
Mm-hmm.
I try so hard, but it will never be enough for you or father. Well, that's because you're kind of a loser, dude. Maybe stop drinking all the time.
Yeah, you're a loser and just a terrible person.
Basically, she tells him to kick fucking rocks. Then, of course, we have the showdown. Everybody's seen that, so we are going to skip ahead. Here, we need to see the other kid because he's hell-bent on revenge. He is a psycho.
Just a little bit.
There's a difference between Aegon, who is just an abhorrent person because he doesn't want it. He just wants to be a drunk. He wants to be left the fuck alone, and he wants to hang out with the ladies, right? Yeah. He don't want any of the responsibility. He just wants the fun.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be married. Who the heck is he even married to?
He's married to his sister.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, he's married to his sister.
He was married to his sister because when I saw them at the table, I was like, "Is that his sister?"
Yeah, he's married to his sister, in very Targaryen fashion, which it's also just very, very medieval fashion, to be honest. I mean, human beings were
people talking about it on Twitter and stuff like that, like, oh my god, she married her uncle and this and that and whatever, and like people were saying, and then I'm like, first of all, like, it's pretend.
It is pretend.
It's all pretend. First of all. Second of all, like you said, medieval, like this stuff did happen. And this stuff still does happen in some places.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like that unspoken rule that they think that oh my God, slavery is the worst thing that ever happened to the United States. It's like, psst, there's approximately 29.3 million slaves on this planet to this day.
Right.
Like to this day and moment.
Yeah. Like
Guess
it never stopped.
no, it's like, hey, guess where they are? Oh, where it all started. Africa.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't want to talk about that.
No.
Anyway, he says a beautifully creepy line.
Shit about 20s. Nephews, if you come to train.
That boy's a psycho. So, and he is the younger brother. Aegon is actually older than Aemond. But Aemond getting that very Targaryen blood shot up like a tree.
Mm-hmm.
Look up Habsburgs and get real life Game of Thrones family. Yeah. No, I've heard of that. It's been a while. I love history. And I've studied a lot of history. It's one of my favorite subjects. But no, this is a very human thing. Incest is a very human thing, and it goes back to the dawn of our existence. Just like violence and enslavement, and we're animals. I'm sorry. Just because I have a wonderful computer in front of me with technology where I'm communicating with her and she's half the country away, doesn't make us any less animal.
No.
So anyway, but yeah, this boy, he is Daemon with the absence of love. Like Daemon actually does love. He loves Rhaenyra. He loves his children. He even loves his stepchildren, because you see later on he defends them. He loves his brother. Daemon does have love in his heart, but he's very vicious about how he protects his family, right? He's very calculated, very vicious. This is Daemon without any of that.
With just no soul.
Yeah. Psycho. That one look, dude. This guy's got it down. Like, and as you'll see later, we are going to skip forward a little bit. This is a big moment, but obviously we all know how that goes. Yep. This is also another big moment. This is where I do argue with some people, because they say that Rhaenyra is not good for the throne, and I'm going to say that this is the reason why I say you're wrong. We've seen how she's a good mother. We've seen how her and Daemon have interacted. They've been on Dragonstone for 6 years and they haven't fucked with anybody, right? They've been living their lives. You haven't seen any scheming. Obviously, Alicent and Otto Hightower are running the Seven Realms. It's definitely kind of scheming, in my opinion. Rhaenyra admits something very, very that she had not done previously as her younger version.
Right.
Have to watch closely. There's a long pause. Okay, it's a long pause. Look, give me a second here. Please don't take us down, HBO. I love your show.
Don't take us down for the heavy breathing.
Yeah. I can do an ASMR. I can get on Twitch and go. All right, I'm gonna chase people. Yeah. Get on Twitch and be like, so terrible. It's like watching a car wreck. You just can't help but laugh because there's people that watch it. Like, you just watch it, you're like, fuck, what is this? All right, back to the show.
Okay.
That. Oh. Did it bounce off this? There it goes. Okay. I thought I wanted it. She's admitting in a moment of weakness she doesn't want it anymore.
Yep.
She's been happy.
Yep.
So that's
and also previously, like, we have to remember she first, when she was younger, she didn't have anyone. She lost her best friend, basically.
Yep.
And, so that was something that she could do. And then, when she was married, she was basically alone there too, because, her husband and her didn't really have a real marriage. And now she actually has a family and someone who loves her. And she's like you said, she's happy. So
And
it's
so
not like she needs anything more, because if she does take that, that's going to take her away from caring for her family and everything, because she's going to have that big job.
well, it also not only because not only does it paints a giant target on her back and her kids' backs.
Right.
If she becomes queen, also at
Yeah.
the same time, if the truth is learned about her children, they'll just be they'll be killed.
Yep.
They'll just be killed, and it'll so literally she's in a catch-22. She is
Yeah.
literally in a place where there's no, and yes, it was due to her selfishness, and that is something that needs to be addressed. It's like, no, she did it to herself out of learning, yes, a bad lesson from a very much younger Damon who was on the verge of taking what he wanted in her when she was 14. But in the previous episode before this last one, he's like, you were a child. And she gets mad at him. She's like, I was a child, but she's like, I didn't have anybody. You left. She's like, you were the only one who seemed to actually give a shit.
Yep.
You know? So no, it is a very powerful story in my opinion. And you can interrupt me whenever you want. I mean, I just, you know, I want your opinion too. I just don't want to be like,
No, you're okay.
all right, here comes the holy shit. And I really wish we, oh my God, this is the most powerful moment. And we're approaching an hour. So we'll probably leave it there after this, because lots more to her father gets out of bed he basically struggles with every last ounce of strength he has, legitimately every last ounce, because he dies at the end of this.
This fast with some answer. I will start by reminding the court that nearly 20 years ago in this very...
I saw it already, and then I heard that door open and I got chills.
Yes. He literally comes, I mean, his announcement is phenomenal, but you can literally see his labored steps are out of control. And one thing that is actually extremely powerful about this moment, let me mute it just real quick. I want the one look. Well, two looks. He's walking so. There we go. She was due to be queen, right? And they had a council. She was passed over for Viserys. She sees this is not just a recognition of, okay, maybe I picked the wrong side, because she was going to back the Greens. Yeah. But now she's decided she wants to back her family, because that is her family. She realized where this is going. So not as it just
like, oh shit, he got the fuck out of bed.
Yeah, well, at the same time though, too, I think she realizes, she's like, I thought it's the same thing with Rhaenyra. I thought I wanted it, and then she takes one look at him and she's like, holy shit, I probably didn't. Like,
yeah.
She's like, do I want to look like a fucking walking corpse?
But also realizing too, you know, like when you realize your limits, like I couldn't do what he's doing. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't have it in me to do that.
Exactly. Okay, let me skip forward just a smidgen. Now, I'm a bit of a softie, but let me just get there. I'm watching. So Alicent, she does care. She does care about Viserys.
Yeah, she does.
Alicent is not a terrible person. She was friends with Rhaenyra. They do care about each other. Obviously, they've been estranged for a long time. It's Alicent's children who are monsters. One more so than, well, I don't know. One's a monster and one's just a complete psychotic mess of revenge and bloodlust. But this is the part where it really matters. And I'm all about symbolism, foreshadowing, plot, the environment, lighting. And I know that my friend, the Joker, him and I are going to be doing the review for episode 9 tomorrow night. This is extremely important, because if you watch the whole entire entrance, everybody is cast in a darker shadow, except for one person. And that's why I think I'm right about my theory of where the show is going to go. And I'm really going to have to watch this part.
I noticed that
She's the only one that's illuminated.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's stop right on it. She is the only one that's illuminated, and she's illuminated only in a halo fashion. She almost has an angelic look to her. Now, I know there's some people like, oh God, I hope they're not going to change things. Like Rhaenyra, she was selfish. She did things the wrong way. Yes, she did. But nobody in this show is squeaky clean. The only person who probably has the cleanest conscience in the whole entire show is Viserys before he dies, because he makes things right with his daughter. And he says, no, this matter is solved before he dies. He says, you're not going to undo what we've done here. And that's what they were trying to do. But even the foreshadowing of it, and then we'll probably call it. So she's illuminated, obviously, because the light is radiating off of her. Well, from behind her, in a sense. Almost like saying she's it, like I said, it's that foreshadowing. It's like she's the one who's meant to be. And if you see, the first time that Viserys is actually illuminated in the whole entire thing, I'm waiting for it to go for, is right here. It's almost as if the light is coming from her direction off of her. That's foreshadowing that she, even though everybody out of this whole entire thing, it's a fucking mess, and that nobody is the good guy here. There's got to be somebody who's just a little bit better, right? I'm not saying Alicent's bad. Her father is, though. Her father's the bad guy. Her children are very bad. And Rhaenyra's children suffer a lot due to the fact. So the final thing I'll say about this, I think they're foreshadowing that since the book was written with such a amount of leeway to it, I think they're going to lean a little bit heavier towards Rhaenyra, but obviously we all know how this ends, and it doesn't have the best ending. It doesn't have the good, super happy ending where everybody lives happily. It just doesn't work.
Right.
But I'm okay with that. I think this show is really good. And I'm extremely excited to see what tonight's episode holds, which I think it's on right now. I think it started
right about half hour.
I think my time it starts around like 8 o'clock or like 7.
Oh, I thought it was 9.
I think Eastern Standard Time it starts. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time. It wouldn't be the first time I'm wrong. Don't take my word for it. I didn't see us get clipped once, so woohoo!
Yay!
Because I kept
pretty cool when Daemon chopped that guy's head off.
Oh well, because that's treason for him to say her children are bastards and that she's a whore.
Yep. And another thing that I noticed too, when Viserys couldn't get up to the throne, and the knights were like, "Oh, we'll help you," and he was like, "No, no, no." But then Daemon went to help him, and then he was like, "Okay," and then he put his crown back on. I'm like,
which was a mistake. You know that, right?
What do you mean?
The crown falling off was a mistake. It wasn't supposed to happen. Daemon was just supposed to help him get to the throne. As he was walking off, the crown fell, and Patty Constantine and Matt Smith are such good actors that they improvise. He picked it up.
Oh, cool.
And then placed it on his head.
Wow.
That's how fucking incredible this show is. Their mistake on set made the episode that much more powerful.
Better, yeah.
Rings of Power can't even get a like you're just like like, oh no, did they die? Oh, they did. Okay.
Oh, they did.
It's like the contrast between the two shows. These shows should be in the same bracket of like competing to see who's better. One has a $65-70 million but anyway, season 1 cost $500 million. $500 million for season 1 of Rings of Power. House of the Dragon cost a fraction of that.
That's crazy.
$30 million, like $30 million an episode.
Wow.
It's kind of a stark contrast to who's kicking whose ass. Oh, so all right, we're gonna leave it at that. We know everybody's gonna be watching the new episode. It's probably super discriminatory. I just did
Here,
that,
I'll move
but
my mouth, and then you can make it.
it just
And then
it always
just words.
it just always reminds me of like Steve Carell when he's when they were in what is it about Bruce Almighty when Bruce is like, you know, kind of like typing on the teleprompter, and he's like going and it's like making all these so fucking. Anyway, what you got coming up, yo?
I don't know. I'm gonna probably do another Halloween. I think I might just stick with like the mouth thing. That's kind of, I think, kind of my forte for now. I don't know exactly what day, because last week I said I wanted to do it Monday, but then I was like doing things. I've been like, because like things are going on with my family and stuff. So I'm trying to do one a week at least. So I'll definitely maybe get something done at some point this week. And I've been using TikTok a lot more. I've had people years ago, well, not years ago, like last year, say like, oh, you might do, you know, good on that platform. And I was always kind of like, because I had like an idea about it. And I was like, well, I don't want to be doing no stupid dances or, you know, any of that. But I'm just using it for, actually, I just upload most of my videos that I put on Twitter, like the daily stuff that I do. And, you know, like my tire stem yesterday and like, so stuff like that. But I could piece them together in one thing. So I'm starting to take clips from whatever videos that I made and just put them in maybe like a 10-minute little time frame thing. So then that way everybody can kind of get like a preview of what was recorded.
Yeah. No,
So,
that's a good idea. Obviously, you know,
yeah.
YouTube is doing shorts. I don't do any shorts. I know I've been
think
told
they're only
you
up to,
should
like,
do
3
shorts.
minutes or they're not long.
Yeah, I don't know how long TikTok is either, because I don't
And
do
that's like
TikTok.
Rope was
So
saying. He's like, you should be putting like 3 a day on your YouTube.
I
But
can't
it's
do
like,
it.
it's only a couple minutes. And then the things that I do during the day are just normal things. It's not, it doesn't really tie into my channel.
Yeah, I could probably do
So,
like a small advertisement, say, oh, you know, like for tomorrow night, House of the Dragon episode 9 review this time. But that's like,
yeah, because
I
I do so
hate.
many things on so many different like
Yeah.
platforms. And that reminds me, I didn't even post to my Instagram yet. So the TikTok, my TikTok, I'm my same Twitter handle. So I'm Hope Warrior 615. My Instagram is Chesney 615. So that's just always been that. So that's why I just didn't change it. So
Okay. Well,
yeah, that's where I'm at.
keep it up. Tomorrow night, like I said, we're doing on my channel Legion Talk. It's literally Legion with talk, like, you know. We're doing House of the Dragon episode 9 review, gonna be with Joker voice, and we're gonna have a guest. It's, you know her as 300 Mirrors off of Twitter. Her name is Lily. She's gonna be joining us. She's a big House of the Dragon fan. Very knowledgeable about the episodes. Her and I've been doing a lot of discussions today about kind of the direction they're going, you know, and shit. Her and I are both Team Black, but at the same time, she's like, you know, you realize we're kind of like the bad guys ish a little bit. It's, yeah, in a sense, but the book isn't really a stable source of information. I'm like, so they might tweak it a little bit. And she's like, well, I kind of hope they don't. I said, yeah, but at the same time, I kind of hope they do, because as I was saying, nobody's the good guy. Like there's nobody that really shines brightly. But there has to be, you know, and like I said, it's the kids that carry it forward. It's not really the parents that fight. It's the kids that go fucking nuts and everything goes off the rails. So we'll see what happens. I'm very excited to see what happens. Thank you, Aziz, for watching. Appreciate you stopping by, man. We do this every Saturday night, 8 p.m. about 8:15ish Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. So just an hour later, but on Saturday nights. Just, you know what? Follow us on Twitter. Hers is easier to find. It's Hope Warrior 615. And because I lost my Twitter, and I do not have a backup. Thank you, Blah. It's like he's been watching She-Hulk. All right, guys, we're gonna play the outro here, and we will see you next weekend for more discussion of all things. See you guys.
Bye.